Microphone. Oh man, I've been on mute. I've done it again. I do a mic check every time and I forgot to see that. Oh, jeez. Oh, guys, there you are. Amateur. What an amateur. Right. I hope you all know pictures anyway. You all know pictures. I found the chat box now. What an absolute plonk. Right then. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, troops, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to the channel Mark That's Me, My Words, where we cover trading, travelling and training. Allegedly. So there we go. We're back. We are back. Thanks, guys. You're absolutely right. I had the chat box tucked away. I didn't get. I didn't. Anyway, the market's opened. Right. Recap. So yesterday, absolutely hammered. Okay, the market's just opened. We'll get back to that in a minute. GME, AMC, the entire market was hammered yesterday. GME, I was saying to myself just a few minutes ago. What an amateur. I need a big sign in front of me that flashes. Switch your microphone on, Mark. So some of this was short attack. I think some of it was stop losses and some of it was retail reaching their tolerance level. And then some of this, I can't correlate the timings, but obviously GME released the news yesterday that they have started the search for a new CEO. So maybe that's why we saw these couple of little pumps here yesterday. So we'll see what today brings. I honestly think that this level of support at 140, it's historical. It might be held, based on that. So let's see how we get on today. I do think today offers us a little bit more promise than yesterday. And then AMC, again, it was another hammered stock yesterday. Whoa, we are out of the gates. Nice on AMC. What we've noticed here before, though, and I've been through it a few times on previous live streams, is the fact that we always seem to get this. A little bit of a kicker at the start and then kind of settle down. Did we have it yesterday, or did we just tank straight away yesterday? No, we just tanked straight away yesterday. But again, I mean, look at the shorting yesterday. It was absolutely disgusting. And there's been some talk about, dark pool trading, that they're doing the buys through the dark pool and the sells through the exchanges, just so that it doesn't register and the price is, the price is suppressed that way. So it's all been quite interesting reading yesterday. Anyway, we're out the gates. You see, look at this. I don't get this, man. Look, these big drops, almost instantaneous. It's starting the next minute, already down as well, look. So anyway, how is everybody? Who's here? We got David. Good morning. Sam, how are you? Is it just me or is Mark? Yeah, I was on mute. Yeah. Well, here we go. Mute. Open the mic. He's not looking at the chat box. You're on mute, mate. There you go. Oh my gosh. Oh, there we go. Anyway, you can all hear me now. So how is everybody? How's everybody feeling about today? Let me know in the chatter box. Positive, negative, a little bit unsure. I just want to go over what I was going over when I was on mute. I was looking for the confirmation that Mr. Gensler has been confirmed. Maybe some of my friends across the pond. Have you seen that on the news this morning? I can't see it anywhere. And there's no press release yet on the SEC, but I'm assuming he went through the Senate yesterday and everything was all good and he's been nominated and put in place. DTCC still waiting for the approval of some of these rules which are coming into force, which people think are, or people are, saying will give protection to other members of the club. Let's call it the club. When these hedge funds start going under, because they've been margin called and they're starting to cover. So again, I'm not an expert on US regulations, but from the due diligence I've been reading, and there's some really, really good due diligence out there, and they make it really easy to follow. It all makes sense, that they can see what's coming. They know there's going to be some impact. How big the impact is, nobody knows, but there is going to be some impact, and they're just preparing. They're getting everything in place, ready for when that event happens, so that it doesn't take everybody out. Take from that what you will. I read the due diligence. I've got confidence in that due diligence. I have done some cross-checking. I've done some mapping out on my whiteboard here, trying to trace what people are saying and connect dots and all that sort of stuff. So I'm comfortable with it, and I'm at peace with both of these tickers, no matter what happens. And it's, again, I do keep reiterating it, but I think it's important to, especially for people who have not been here before, that I'm at peace with what I've put in, and if it all goes to the dogs, it's a loss, but it's not gonna stop me eating, and it's not gonna see me homeless. So that's what it is. That is what it is. So waiting for those events, and then obviously the CEO news. Let's have a look at the Stonko tracker before we get into the CEO news. So SSR is off for AMC at the moment, and the trigger price today would be $7.76. So we'll see if they aim for that. Calls expiring in the money on Friday at $8, 15,443. It would be 13,000 more, 14,000 more if we get back up to $9. Shares available to borrow, 350,000. Borrow fee 2.4%. Shorted volume yesterday. Is that yesterday? 12th? Yeah, shorted 57%, 58% shorted lot yesterday. Fails to deliver, and SSR trigger. So that's AMC, and then GME moving quickly over. SSR is on today. I'm not sure really how much that is helping us anymore, because it seems like they've got this way around, going through the dark pools, and that is potentially helping them to keep shorting. Obviously, there's been the talk of them shorting through ETFs as well. So they've got tools at their disposal which they appear to be using. So borrow shares, the fee is 1%. Borrowed fee, 1%, really, on a stock like this. Yesterday, the short percentage was 39.1%, and then the SSR trigger. So how are we going to do today? Where are we up to? 874, 871 on AMC, and GME, where are we? Oh, they're going for it again, look. They're going for it again. This is what I mean about, that SSR, How is that? How is that possible? How are those sell-offs possible? Really? Am I the only one seeing this? Or is everyone else seeing it and just sat here, flabbergasted? It's frustrating. It's frustrating. Down 3.5%, already. And you just wonder how long this can be maintained. I did touch yesterday on the fact that all the new... Hi, Kev. How you doing? Got to dip into a meeting. All right, mate. Hello, mate. I'm back on for Power Hour, Kev. So if you're around for Power Hour, it'd be good to see you there, mate. But good luck in your meeting. Uh, Try not to have me on in the background. Right. So yeah, I mean, how long can this continue for? The new board members that are coming in. I mean, they've all been told that their compensation is going to be in shares. So you can guarantee they're looking at this when they were announced last week. You know, they were at $180. Now they're at 136. So that somebody somewhere is going to say something soon. They have to, and it's just they're probably in that period where they're probably not allowed to say too much because they've announced the shareholders meeting. They have to be careful about what they say. I remember the company I was working for in Singapore when we were going through Chapter 11. The board weren't even speaking to the managers. What they were saying was very scripted, very legally controlled. So I understand what's going on in the background. Not that GameStop's going through Chapter 11, of course, but I'm just saying there's certain periods where as responsible company officers, you're not allowed to say anything, and if you do say something, it's heavily monitored and scripted so that you don't open yourself up to any kind of accusations of wrongdoing. So there's that going on as well. And it's just a waiting game, It's just a waiting game. Something has got to give eventually, one way or the other. Do I think it's going to tank? Absolutely not. I think there's too much buying. It's too much buying going on. If people are buying and holding like they're saying they are, and you look at all the percentages out there, inside ownership, institutional owners, retail owners, where are all these shares coming from? Absolutely, Sam. Buy the dip. That's not financial advice. Read the disclaimer down there. I'm not a financial advisor, but I did average down yesterday. Average down. I averaged up yesterday, but I bought some more on the dip. So if I look at my position, I'm still in the green, but not as much as I was, because my starting average was $49, and what I've done is I've averaged up as the price has come back down from that 348. I think it was 348 or 343, something like that. So I'm still in the green, and obviously I've got a lot more shares than a lot more. I'm only in double digits, but I've got more shares than what I had before. But with averaging up comes the the decrease in your unrealized gains. So it's my philosophy that if you're in something and you believe in it, and your price is higher than what it's currently trading at, and you're thinking when to get in, if you want to average down, and at any point when the price is lower than what you paid is a good entry point, because you're only going to bring your average down. And on stocks like this, where it's $135 at the moment, as it is now, you can sit here all day thinking, right, I'm going to wait for 130. So you're waiting for a $5 drop. Let's say you want to buy 5 shares. That's $25. Okay. So you sit here for 5 hours waiting for it to drop another 5 shares. That's 5 hours where you could be doing something else. So basically what you're saying is your time is only worth $5 an hour, which, is crazy for anybody to say that. So as long as your price is below what you paid, that's a good price to get in if you're looking to average down, and you do it as much as you can, or as much as you're comfortable with. But this is sick. This is sick. Let me put it on the 5 minutes and see if we've got another support line. Oh, you see, 140. 140 is the last I had in there. I mean, we do have one there at 135 from yesterday, I guess. Uh, put one in there, 133. So we'll keep an eye on that. I'll put one in. I'm not totally convinced because it's on the 5 minute chart, which I don't really like doing. But we'll stick that in there, and we'll keep an eye on it, and we'll see what happens. But we are, again, you've got where, how, who's selling, and is it a similar pattern to yesterday? Well, yesterday we had a bit of a bump, didn't we, in the morning? First off, but you got to ask yourself. You've got to ask yourself: is that people like you and me selling? I don't believe it is. Really, I really, honestly, genuinely don't believe it is. What's happening with AMC? Is it the same? Oh, well, quelle surprise, as they'd say in France. Quelle surprise. Unbelievable. So is that the theme of the day? A lot of red and a little bit of green. How's the market looking in general? Mixed bag. It's a mixed bag today. So interesting. Tesla's doing well. Look, Tesla's up 3.5%. NIO's up 3%. There or thereabouts. Palantir's up 0.25%. BCRX is up. And that was getting back up. What's Clovis doing? How are we doing in the YouTube challenge? 2 positions open. We're getting absolutely slaughtered. What's going? Right, if Clovis doesn't move towards this old resistance line there at 621-ish, I'm going to sell it. I'm going to sell it because I want to put the money into something else and see what we can get. Because this challenge, it's stagnated. On reflection, I shouldn't have put so much into AMC, but I did. But that's, it is what it is. You do what you think's best. So I might, I'll watch Clovis throughout the day, and then when we come back for Power Hour, that's what we'll do. I'll watch it through the day. We come back for Power Hour. If it hasn't improved above this 621 line, we'll sell it, and we'll start looking for something else to put it into. So we'll do that. I saw that CSCW was doing okay today. Oh, that's it's dropping off a little bit, but it was up in pre-market. What's going on over on Super Stonk? Super Stonk discussion. Let's refresh this. Not really much going on there. Picture of Ryan Cohen. Yeah. SEC at retail investors, SEC at hedge funds. You've got to ask where who are these people? Is anybody taking any action? Is anybody watching? Wow, look at this, man. AMC is tanking. Woo. So are we. Oh boy. This just can't be natural. Can't be natural. Hey Kevin, I saw that they've put Johnson and Johnson on hold, haven't they? Because of the blood clots. That's another one that bites the dust then. So, is it AstraZeneca? They've been limited by a lot of people. Uh, Johnson and Johnson have been put on hold. But I mean, this is just disgusting. Look at this. Is somebody going to come out and say something? Is this a last-ditched attempt? What date is it today? The 13th. So there's talk of the shares being the recalled. Is it the recall date on the 15th on Thursday? And you have to have your shares in your account by the 20th, I think, to be able to register to vote. So maybe that's something. We're getting a little bit of a bounce. I'm more interested in AMC. That's getting a bit of a bounce as well. See, it's almost identical, look. Down, down, up. Down, down, up. So they're kind of tracking each other again, which we've not seen for a while. It's a big candle. I get the feeling, and it's just a feeling, that this is desperation. It's all desperation, and it's it's a case of, well, if we're going to go down, we're going to go down in an absolute blaze of glory. And we're gonna try and take as many people out as we can along the way. The end is nigh, I think. So, but with AMC, I mean, that's just dirty. Have they done no eight? What was the SSR? 770 something, wasn't it? 776. 776. So we haven't triggered SSR yet. I mean, not that it seems to be doing much. If you look at GameStop, SSR's on today, is it? Oh, I remember a few weeks ago that when SSR was on, you were pretty much guaranteed a steady day. Either it was sideways or slightly up. And it was pretty much guaranteed, but that seems to have gone out the window. So, you've just got to hold on, troops. You've just got to hold on. What's Clovis doing? Hey, up. Clovis took a massive dump as well, look. It's only just creeping its way back up. Again, another heavily shorted company. But this, for me, is one that I can get out of and get back in again. Because in the future, later on this year, they've got some more data coming from another trial that they're doing with the cancer drug. So I'm not too bothered. I think I can get out now, take a small loss, get out, and then get back in later in the year when it's running up to data readout. Because the last data readout they got was really positive on a phase 3, and they're expecting the next phase 3 to be just as positive. So we'll get in and get out. What am I down? $30. Okay. It just gives us something else to play with on the old YouTube challenge. So yeah, that's the state of play, troops. thus far. So what about any tickers? Anybody got any tickers that they want to have a look at while we're on here? If you have, stick them down in the old comments section. I picked up one, this one, VGAC. Don't know if anybody's watching this. Apparently Richard Branson's going to put a load of money in this. Look at this lot. No volume. Brilliant. So I've been put onto this. There's going to be some sort of merger. Richard Branson's putting some money into it. So I'm going to look into that a little bit and see what the market's starting to turn a little bit more now. Palantir. What's that doing? Bitcoin had a rally, didn't it? Bitcoin yesterday, $63,000. That's a new all-time high, I think it hit yesterday. So if you're into your crypto, maybe that was a safe harbour yesterday. Maybe that's where everybody went when this started tanking. See, volume's gone again. What's that? I can't even read now. 18,000, you know. GameStop, 135. So that's where we were supporting yesterday. So we'll move that up a little bit. That's where we touched yesterday. That's quite a big candle pushing back above there. So we'll see. I mean, the RSI, you know, oversold. But again, volume. Not a lot of volume. Babcock. They've just, I saw on the news today, they've just announced 1,000 jobs to go in the UK. BABL. Babcock International. That one, 40% up. What have they done right today then? What news have they got? Proposed restructuring. 'Interesting. So yeah, I saw that they're going to be. I saw that they're going to lay off 1,000 people. So that must be it then. The restructuring, but that means job losses. That's. 30%, man. 30-40%. So that's chasing rainbows now. You don't want to be getting in there now. Really. What is it historically? Well, you say that, Mark. You say that, Mark. And 18. I mean, it's been on a steady decline for years, look. But maybe this is a bit of a kickstart. So this is the daily chart. So you're just at a point of resistance now, thereabouts, £350, something like that. Good pick. We got a George W. Yeah, it's hard to chase highs. Exactly, mate. You got to sit and watch. Sit and watch for a while. Sit and watch. That's all we can do. George W. on AMC. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, there we are. There we go. A little George W. Trey will be happy. Is he online? I'm not sure. I don't watch other people when I'm doing it. I'm not a voyeur. But we'll see. What I mean, the frustrating thing is, it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes to get us all the way down here, and it'll take us all day to get probably all the way back up again. In fact, to where we started. That's the frustrating thing with this. But that is what it is. Clovis, GME, the same look. Quick decline. Oh, takes forever to get back up. So we shall see what happens, troops, during the day. We'll keep refreshing this because I'm interested to see if they're going to announce anything. Nothing yet. Does anybody watch this guy, Warden Elite? I really recommend his streams. He's really good at the talking about all the different ways that these things work. The charts and all the different indicators. Because I'm a basic chartist. I think that's probably a new word. I look at support and resistance and trend lines, RSI and volume. And they're the basics that I use, the 50 and the 200 MA, I use those. But this guy, I think he's doing some sort of degree in, trading or something. And he knows all about all these different indicators, OBV and all that sort of stuff. So if you get chance, go and watch some of his streams. I mean, it's intense. It's hard to listen to sometimes because what he's talking about is complex. It's complex maths. It's complex, systems and whatnot. So, but it's worth it because you might get a couple of little things that help you understand things a little bit more. I know I've learned a little bit from him, definitely. But he looks at a whole range of indicators. It's disappointing, but not much we can do but go for the ride. Exactly, Sam. I keep saying it. I've got a ticket on both rocket ships. So as long as one takes off, I'm more than happy. And we'll see. We'll see. I'll tell you what I'll do. Warden Elite, he's streaming now, so I'll stick the... he usually puts his link in Here you go. So I'll put the link in the description here in my there you go, troops. That should be in my description now for this stream. So if you want to go and check him out, like I said, he's really good, really good, and he answers a lot of questions as well. He does. What's this about McDonald's Day? What's that all about? Anybody know? I've seen it mentioned a couple of times, but I don't actually know what the link is. Fintel. Let's have a quick look on Fintel. 18 minutes ago, 450,000 shares available to short. It's a borrow fee, still 2.44%. That's AMC. Let's have a quick look at GME, because then I want to go and have a look for I want to go and have a look for where's short interest? There it is. I want to go and have a look, see if there's any more news on the 6,000 shares available to short. Borrow fee. This is part of the reason, I think, why they keep shorting it, because it's so cheap. It's so cheap at the moment. You know, less than 1%. There you go. Have fun. Have fun, that's what they're saying. Right, I want to see if there's any more news on the old CEO, because that's old news, you see. 20 hours ago, 16 hours ago, 13 hours ago. There's nothing new on there. Because that guy, that current CEO, he's been put on the list of the new directors. But I imagine he's going to walk away. I can't imagine you'd want to go from being CEO to a director, although he's still on the board. You know, it's almost like going from being the number one striker at a football team to then being the kit man. You know, sorting out people's socks and stuff. So I can't imagine he'll hang around. But the reason I think he's still in post now is because he's due some shares mid-April. Maybe it's actually the 15th of April or something. He's due some shares. So he'll want to hang around to grab those, that's for sure. And I'm just wondering if he does go, if he does quit, if there's going to be, radio silence, or if he's going to have a little bit of a swipe, because it has been a little bit of a hostile environment, I guess. Ryan Cohen's come in, he's shook it up, he's put his mates in there. The activist investor, if you like. So I'm wondering if the current CEO, is going to say something on his way out the door, that might affect the share price a little bit. But then he's got the fact that he's going to be holding shares. I think he's due 84 or nearly 85,000 shares on his way out. So he's going to be sitting pretty if it takes to the moon. That's for sure. AMC. So we're flagging off again there. Volume's dried up. And it looks like we're struggling a little bit on AMC. I think they'll go at this again. I think they'll try and push it down below $8 today. And they'll really try and psych people out of it. What are we doing with Clovis? Clovis is going as well, look. So Clovis is probably going to be sold today, troops. I'm probably going to sell that. We'll see in Power Hour what we're looking like. But yeah, I think it's time to move on from Clovis and try and find something else to get involved in. Palantir's doing quite well. That's up 1.5% today. That's one that everybody seems to look at a lot. Let me put my put the start line in. There we go. Regular viewers will understand why I do this. I like to see the start and the finish. There we go. And then we can see what window we're working in today, look. So Palantir getting a nice little boost. I bought some yesterday because I've been reading about it, and I've seen obviously other people talking about it, and I did a bit of reading about it, and I thought, why not, you know? And everybody was saying it's it's a good entry point yesterday, so I did get some yesterday. So I'm covering a little bit there, which is nice. We'll move that up there and we'll keep that up there. Come on. So today it's the 13th of April, and believe it or not, I looked out my window this morning and it was snowing. Snowing in Central Europe on the 13th of April. Palantir's going for it, man. Go on, baby. You go. There you are. You've joined just at the right time, folks. We're at a level of resistance on the 5-minute chart. There we go. Let's see if we can punch through there. But yeah, look at Palantir yesterday. Is that yesterday? Woo! Right down there. Oof. So that's making a nice little recovery if anybody's in Palantir. There you go, on the 1 minute. What's that, Sam? What can you see there? Can you see it? It's one of Trey's. One of Trey's George W's. He should copyright that. He should. I see that he might be doing an interview with the CEO of AMC, actually, so fair play to him. I just hope he doesn't get steamrolled like he did with, Jordan Belfort, because I think Jordan Belfort took him for a bit of a ride, to be honest. Not Trey's fault, not at all. I felt for the kid, actually. I watched some of the video, and then I had it on in the background because I couldn't watch it. It was too painful to watch. But then I watched Trey's follow-up video where he got really upset about how it had gone. And, I mean, these people, they're not Trey. I mean, these people, Jordan Belfort and that. He's a celebrity, like him or loathe him. He's a celebrity, and he's in it to get out of it what he can get out of it, and that's what he did. He took Trey's money. Trey, paid, I think he said $10,000 on his channel. He took Trey's money and he completely, dominated that conversation, So see what happens with the CEO. I think the CEO, again, he's got to be guarded in what he says, because yes, it's great for him to say, I've seen the exchange that he's had with Trey a little bit on Twitter, and he said, I work for the shareholders, and that's great, and I'm sure he believes that, but he needs to understand there's people like us, regular investors, who are going to get hurt financially if that vote goes through. And I'm not saying, I've got no voting rights. I do hold a position, but I've got no voting rights. So I can understand both sides of the coin. One sense, as a retail investor, you don't want that dilution because your share price is going to go down. But then as a company, I understand that AMC need that option to introduce more shares, to clear debt or to bring new investors on board or whatever. So I can see both sides of the coin. And I just hope that, the CEO gives Trey a fair ride. And it will just be sound bites. It'll be CEO, sound bites and pre-arranged statements. But I mean, the guy's experienced. He speaks to the international press all the time, so he knows what he's going to say already. And I just hope that Trey doesn't go on there with any expectations that he's going to come on and say anything other than, I'm doing what's best for the company. I work for you guys. I believe in the long-term strategy, and we're not going to issue the shares straight away. It's just an option in the future. Everything that he's said already, I think, is what he's going to be saying on Trey's channel, and it does endear him as a CEO, I guess, to the general shareholder like us. To have a CEO come on a YouTube stream. Kudos to him, because not many would do that. But again, I just think it's going to be, this is the plan. This is why I need to do it. This is the strategy, and it's a long-term play, So, which is normal for companies. They have to. They're not thinking about a squeeze. I don't think. I think AMC aren't thinking about a squeeze. GME, I think they are. I think they know. I mean, all the, the mentions of it, and if you're following the, like Reddit and stuff like that, the way people interpret some of the tweets that are coming out and stuff like that, from certain people, I think there's more belief there that they know that it's going to happen, just as much as we know it's going to happen potentially. But with AMC, I feel a little bit different. I don't think that they're particularly focused on a squeeze. They're more focused on, how we're going to change this business, because GME, it's clear what they're going to do. They're going to, become e-commerce, e-gaming, and they're already going through that transformation where I think, with AMC, they're still probably looking at what does the future look like for us as a business, because we can't sustain what we're doing now. So, I think that's where they're at in terms of their transformation. So, Kevin, CEO has to look at long-term good of the company. There you go, mate. Yeah, exactly. Super Stephen, hello, mate. Welcome back. Update, April 13th. Stonko tracker now 7.6% short fee. Really? On AMC? Let's refresh this. Ooh! Now then, that's a bit of a game changer. That's getting up there now. That's what we want to see. Interesting. That's a big jump as well. Over 5%. 5.2% jump. That is a big jump. $98 shares available. 98. 43. Where did they get these numbers from? 4. Right? Crazy. 98 shares available to short, but you can borrow them for 0.9%. Good catch. Yeah, nice one, Steve. Nice one, mate. That's why we like a bit of chatter in the old chatterbox because I can't keep my eye on everything. That's a really good. Let's see if that's on Fintel or fake Intel. Let's see if that's popped up on Fintel yet. 2 minutes ago. 7.56 it is, even they've updated it. Ooh. What about, there's that other one, isn't there? iBorrowDesk. iBorrowDesk. AMC. There we go. What's on this one? Agree to all the cookies, Mark. Get them on your computer, yeah? 7.6%, look. 350,000 available. So what we're seeing now is something which we haven't seen before is the same across different platforms, the same figures across different platforms. So that's interesting in itself. Squirrel, Doge on a run. Dogecoin. I'm not sure if I can get that on here. Nope. I might be able to get it on TradingView. Let's have a look on TradingView. It's not that, is it? No, maybe on Coinbase, is it? Oh, I can't be bothered with that. All that two-step verification stuff. What's it running on, Squirrel? Don't say gas. Some news or what? Has Elon Musk said he's going to take some to Mars or something like that? AMC on a bit of a push. There we go. We've got a big George W now, look. We had a little one. Now we've got a big one forming. Sam will like that. Sam likes a big George W. Don't tell Trey I'm nicking his words. He'll be spamming me. He'll be spamming me. Oh, hello. Hello, baby. What's going on? Why is nobody telling me in the chatterbox? Look at this. We're back in the game, troops. We're back in the game. We're 3% up and climbing. Maybe I should stop watching. Go back to Palantir, Mark. It was all kicking off on the others. Palantir doing all right. Nice recovery from yesterday. Is it starting to form a little bit of a cup there? Cup and handle, maybe. Has anybody been reading about the Elliott wave theory? I've been following that because it came up on Reddit. Some guy posted about the Elliott wave theory, and I wasn't aware of it before. So I've been trying to read up on that and understand that because I'm a bit like I like patterns. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and away we go. It does it in fives. 4, 5, and then you have A, B, C, D, or something like that. But that's really interesting as well. If anybody's interested in, chart patterns and stuff like that, the Elliott wave theory, that's quite interesting. So Palantir's on a bit of a runner here. which is nice. It's got a good channel there. See if it can be sustained. Is the market turning then? It's still about half and half. Still about half and half. Viacom. Look at that, that's on a run. Clovis, man. Come on, Clovis. Oh, she's fighting her way back. Even Clovis seems to be... there we go. Come on, baby. Go to the moon. Right, I've got to have a look. Oh, man. Stop looking, Mark. Well, that's good. That's good. We're in the green, troops. We're in the green. That's what we want to see. A little bit of greenery. Nice, nice. So we've recovered a little bit quicker than what we generally do, which is nice on both of them. Let's see if we can maintain it. What have we got here on... That's yesterday. So on the old 5 minute. I'm going to clear this. Hey, it's like, I hope nobody's been smoking this morning. That'll blow your mind. All those lines on there. I'm going to take some of them off. I'm going to clean it up this afternoon. So when you come back for power hour, it'll be a little bit clearer. These are all historical support and resistance lines. So at the moment, we're looking at around, so we're here. So yeah, we're bang on that. I suppose you could say we got some resistance there now. So if we can push through here, you know, it's seeing that as a resistance line. Look here, here. This is on the 5 minute chart here. So it was undecided there, support or resistance. Resistance, resistance, resistance. You know, resistance, rejected. Resistance, rejected. So if we can stay above where we are now and turn it into support, because it has been support before as well yesterday. Support, 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 support. And see if we can use that as a foundation to kick on for today. But while the market keeps turning, you know, we're seeing more and more green, it's going to be positive for us. So hopefully, troops, when we come back for power hour, we're well in the green. Let's stay positive. Everybody got to stay positive. Yeah, Palantir holding that nice little run. Just hitting there, look. It's tested it a few times. Again, I've not been on this chart. There you go. So we're hitting there, look. Yeah. So we'll put a line in. Well, we won't. We can just watch that actually for now. We know where it is. We'll move that one up a little bit. Pop that there. See if we can bust through it. If you dream it, you'll achieve it. Exactly that. A better player. Positive mental attitude. I tell you what, that's got me really far in life, that has. Just, you know, trying to remain... There we go. Go on, Palantir. You get yourself up there, baby. Just, you know, when things look desperate and they look down, have a condor moment. Have a condor moment. There used to be cigars in the UK called condors, and there used to be an advert. Have a moment. Have a condor moment, or something like that. Bloke would just spark up a cigar and start smoking a cigar. You don't get adverts like that now, but there used to be. And that's what I do. We used to say, it used to be a saying in the army as well, have a condor moment. If you're not sure what to do, take a moment out, have a knee, have a condor moment. Sit and think and assess the situation. Don't make decisions in the heat of the moment, like selling Clovis. What we doing? Watch Clovis go to $8 million. It won't. It'll struggle to get to 620. But we'll watch that today. I'm definitely going to sell it in Power Hour, no matter what. So I'm going to mark up Power Hour and market close. Unless it does something absolutely filthy, I'm going to sell it in Power Hour and free up those few dollars so we can look for something else to get in. And try and get this YouTube challenge rolling. So, there you go. Embrace the suck. There you go. Wait, if that's what you want to embrace, I better play. That's up to you, mate. I won't be... I won't be sucking or embracing any suck. I can tell you that, sir. But... Anyway, troops, listen. That's the first hour of trading. I've got to shoot off. I've got some things to do. But I will be back for Power Hour. We'll just have a quick look. GameStop, put it back on the 1 minute. See where we're at. So yeah, we've picked up. We're above. We're in the green. So a little bit of a sell-off there, but at least we've clawed our way back. So positive vibes. The same with AMC. Bit of an attack this morning. Positive vibes. We're now in the green. So that's the state of play. I'd rather embrace Nigella Lawson. There you go. El Hoodie, welcome to the channel, my friend. You couldn't have said it any better. I couldn't have said it any better myself. She is definitely a lady that I would like to embrace. Anyway, we're not allowed to, social distancing. So even if I got the chance. Right, troops, I'm going to sign off because I've got some things to do. Again, if you are around later, do join me for Power Hour and we'll see where we are at. I'll keep monitoring the news throughout the day and see if I can bring you something updated this afternoon. And we'll take it from there. If you have enjoyed this stream, I know it's not, 7 hours like some people are doing, but unfortunately, I do have a real job that people pay me to do. So I've got to go and crack on and do some of that as well. But I leave you in the green, which is nice. And if you have enjoyed this stream, just give me a quick thumbs up before you go. I'd really appreciate it. In the meantime, have a great day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you for Power Hour. Cheers, troops.